LadyLucidity ASMR. Hello there, my lovelies, and welcome back to another ASMR gaming video. Now, I know, naughty me, I have not played an ASMR related game in a very long time, and I do apologise. Unfortunately, gaming videos don't seem to do as well, or they tend not to bring in as many views as my regular ASMR videos, but I still enjoy making them, so I will still keep putting them out there. But for now, I'm going to have a nice little chilled session on this delightful little game, and this is called Cofffe Tycoon, I think? Coffee Shop Tycoon, yes. So this is a game that I have played before, and if I just go into play, there we go. These are the levels that I have done before. So let's see, this is the starting level. So it does what it says on the tin. It's pretty much a run your own coffee shop empire, effectively. So whereas most of the games that I play on this channel are to do with designing or making things, this is less about the aesthetics and more about actually selling all of your coffee. It's not quite as simple as I thought it would be. Having played several levels of this now, it's really interesting actually. It's more about how to run yourself as a business, like an empire, and slowly take over the world, as you can see here. Now, they have had an update a while back, because I don't think I've played this in like 6 months at least, so they now have this new location, which is the moon of all places. I don't know why you would want a coffee shop on the moon, but it's exciting and I'm here for it. So, but these are all the different locations that I have done before. The lake one was really nice and big, and then we had this beautiful one up here with lots of lights. And I have just unlocked this new level, which I've never played, called Emerald City. So we're going to go here, and you guys are going to watch me run a terrible coffee shop. But I have my very own coffee here. Oh, beautiful. So I love anything to do with coffee, so this game is right up my alley. So this is our new level, and judging by the buildings, I'm guessing it's maybe America. I didn't check the map. It's probably not. It's probably somewhere in Europe, but anyway, I digress. Now, this is not going to be a tutorial video. I won't be going over every single aspect of these. We're just here to have some fun and sell some coffee. So, when starting out this game, you are going to need a counter, and this is where your staff are going to be doing their jobs from. So now, normally I would have unlocked all these really big fancy ones, but because this is I guess you could call it now the expert levels we're getting to, you have to unlock these with challenges. Right in the corner there. Now, I've learnt a few tips and tricks on this game. If you put your counter quite close to your entrance, it doesn't give you as long of a queue, like length, and your coffee shop is going to start getting really busy if you've I've done everything correctly. Now, I am really not liking this floor that's here, so I'm going to go into edit mode. It's making my eyes go a little bit funny, so I think we're going to change the floor. And I do have quite a substantial pocket of money here left over from selling my last coffee shop. So I think we're going to go with maybe some traditional wood. Much better. Let's see, what does the dark wood look like? No, we'll try and keep it lighter, I think. This looks like it might be quite a classy establishment, so. And then, what do for the walls do we want? Brick? I'm not feeling it. Maybe, I've not tried this yet. Oh, polka dots, no. Polka dots does not work. Ooh, look at this. This is funky. It's quite modern. Something industrial, maybe? No. I think we'll try this light brickwork. Yeah, that'll do. Let's just plaster that on. There we go. Lovely. And you'll see here it says reputation 4 required. Now, this is basically an extra slither of land that you can get once you reach that reputation to make your place a little bit bigger. And I think all the levels had it to some degree. We'll have to see. So back to normal mode. There we go. So yes. So things like this will pop up a lot, and it does kind of annoy me at some points, especially when I'm very busy. But things like this where they say they are trending is basically like those types of drinks are becoming extremely popular. So once you've got your menus up and running, which I'll show you guys in a minute, you can then like use your trending drinks to give you a boost of sales, things like that. I'm just going to press that to pause it. Now our shop is currently closed, so we're not going to lose any reputation or anything. Everything is on pause. So next you are going to need some staff. So let's hire some new employees. Now this one here is new. I'm guessing that a generalist is someone who can do kind of a mix of everything equally. Obviously your baristas are your sort of, you know, typical beverage making people, and then you've got your cashiers, which are your, like, once you train them up, they're very fast paced, you know, get your sales in. Then you have your roasters, which are more specialised in specifically roasting your coffee. Now, this is where it gets a bit complicated. In this game, you can make your own coffee. So, what I mean by that is you source your own beans, you know, pick your flavour, that sort of thing. And that's a lot more sort of detailed. But if you guys want to play this game, definitely need to look into that. So, I think for now we're going to get somebody who can do a bit of everything, because we're going to need someone who can man the machines and the tills. So we'll just have a look. So this shows their level, so all of these will be level 1 until we train them up. And then it gives us an idea of the stats here of how good they are at certain things. So he is definitely more of a barista, but he's got quite slow on speed compared to everything else. So obviously this one is a higher salary because they are a level 2 and everything else is a much more sort of impressive. Now, I'm willing to spend the extra couple of dollars to hire this person because once business is booming and then we can start getting more level 1 staff in, train them up, this guy will be our main person to handle the business. Okay, so this cabinet here is where your food is. So no self-respecting cafe would be without some good nummies. Now, what you do here is you select the types of food that you want to put into your display. Now, there is too many here to fit them all in one cabinet, and that's because I have researched all of these. So when you first start the game, you'll have very basic food and coffee and supplies basically. So I am going to see, I think people are going to want macarons here. This looks like the kind of very up and coming sort of place that might want those. Flatbread's really cool. I'm very tempted to put this is where you have to think about your market now, because this is a brand new level. I don't know what our market is. It might be full of younger people, it might be full of older people, it might be sort of families, kids, that sort of thing, and these are things you have to think about as well. So we're going to add things like brownies, because who doesn't love a good brownie, right? And maybe some pastries. So let's add some croissants and maybe some danishes. I'm going to put the flatbread in as a substitute for, so put something that's a bit less sweet, and then we'll just add some cookies at the end. So once we get these ones down here, the bigger ones, you can start adding more of these in. Now back to your main focus, which is your beverages. So these are all the ones that I've owned, and these are ones that I've unlocked. So the Americano I don't currently have. This is new to this level, so I need to unlock that. And these are just the ones that are already in the game. And when I go to create my drinks menu, I'll be able to add my own custom drinks in. So if you guys want more detail and depth on this sort of thing, then I can do a second video. Primarily today was just to have some fun with you guys and sell some coffee. So let's get on with that as quick as possible. So here's our food, like I said. Then we've got our barista machines. So a lot of these are, you can only unlock with roasting challenges, things like that. And it's a little disheartening to start again because I have unlocked most of these in my previous levels, but I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. So everything is going to be basic. So we'll have a basic grinder, basic air pot, and I will be calling it an airport at some point because I do that a lot. And a basic brewer. Okay, so those are what you're going to need to start your business. Now we've got our staff, we've got an idea of what food we want to sell, and we're almost open. Next thing we need to do is get some seating in here for people who want to sit and to work out our menu. So now comes the fun part. Well, for me anyways. get some tables in. So again, we're going to be starting with a very basic wooden table. Not exciting, I know, but I feel like we should put them by the windows maybe. This is your managers tab. And this is where you can make it as sort of individual as you like with your menu. Now, let's see, so I do want to use seasonal menus because you get less negative like effects from giving people, say, the right seasonal drinks. So got drinks, food, and then supply is where you need to order your coffee and your food from. Do not ever run out of supplies, because otherwise your shop will not run. So I'm going to do a coffee order, and there's all these wonderful coffees right here. So I am going to go for the Italian, I think. So I'll grab one of those, and then, so it does say like what notes it gives. So this one's quite chocolatey and nutty, so maybe something a bit lighter, so maybe something like this. And I'll grab a regular blend as well, because not all of your customers will want fancier blends. Okay, and then food. So let's see, unlocked food, supply, there we go. So you need to order your food bundle, and then obviously there's different qualities of food, things like that. So for the moment I'm just going to order 1 crate of the regular food. Okay, and then regular ingredients, just to start us off while we're getting all the pennies. So along here it will tell you what your customers think of your coffee and your cafe, and this is how you can gauge how to tweak the experience for them. So at the moment it is spring, people prefer cold drinks and ones with mint in. So let's sell that one. I didn't realise they had a plant in here, that's nice. So I get one lonely plant in my place. Okay. So now this is going down because that was unpaused and people were trying to come in and there was no coffee. So we need to get things moving. So services, so activate Wi-Fi, because people always want Wi-Fi. Air conditioning we don't need just yet, until it gets to the hotter months. I would say music, yes, and the rewards program. Okay, so this tells us which machines we have. This is our reporting. Marketing you can do once you've unlocked so many fans on this level, but you can basically do advertisements on TV, flyers, podcasts, things like that to get the word out about your cafe, and of course it all costs money. Research I won't have yet for a while, and then services we just did there. So then we go to manage menus, and so this is going to be your overall menu for the year. So this is going to be the standard menu, and then you basically go down and you add all the things you want onto that your regular menu. So this will be in between seasons, or as you'll see here, Like this one, for example, is a seasonal drink. When it comes around to spring, then people will be drinking more of that, but I will be putting that on the spring menu. So the mocha doesn't require any modifiers for like say spring, autumn, that sort of thing. So that is safe to put on our regular menu. So this you'll see is -25 because it's a drink that's out of season because it is spring currently. So I hope that kind of makes sense for you guys. A little bit complicated at first, but you soon get the hang of it. Okay, so I'm just going down. That one I can add. So the Mr. Salty is actually one I created myself, and this was to appeal to the coffee connoisseurs. So it's very, very bitter. So all the people that come in with the mustaches, as I call them, they love this one. So I'll add that. I made a white chocolate which appeals to the younger folk. And then wildflower, which is again one I made for springtime. So if we back out, this is our regular day-to-day menu. So now we've got 9 drinks on there, and then if we go to spring menu, create menu, add drinks, so on and so forth, then you would go down and you can add ones that don't have a modifier if you like, and then you can add ones that do, and this honey foam one is again one that I made. So we're going to add all of our spring ones to the menu just like that. So there's only 3, so I'm going to add some regular favourites as well to boost up the menu. There we go, just making sure I don't add the minus modifiers. There we go. So spring menu has 12 drinks and 3 of those are seasonal, and I like to make sure I don't have any that are out of season. So I'm going to go and add all my items to my menu, and then we can officially open shop. So see you in a minute. Okay, so now I've got my menus done. We can now officially open our coffee shop. So we've got our first customers coming in. Now the reason that this little icon over here is because of the quality of brewing coffee versus the machine that it's working on. So I have a higher quality coffee, like bean, versus the low standard of the basic machine. So it's basically telling me it's brewing it at a lesser rate, which is fine. It's what we have to do for the time being until we can upgrade our equipment. So these are some happy looking customers. All of our food is in here. We can see our nummy foods. Yeah, so she was expecting coffee with a better quality. So that's something that, yes, while it is annoying, there's not a lot we can do for the time being. What I will do when we order the next batch is to order the obviously the next quality of coffee, and then we'll upgrade our machines to obviously brew it at that quality. So this one we need quite a lot of fans for the next one, and for the intermediate machines a couple of hundred, so that shouldn't take us too long. So we get a new store boost because obviously when you open a new store you want to go and see it, so it's the buzz of having a new coffee shop. There we go. So we've got our nice fan boost. We've got 4 extra fans. So poor Landon over here is doing all the work. So this is the kind of game that you could effectively walk away from and go make a cuppa, but I wouldn't, just in case something like this happens and we have a grumpy customer. So again, yeah, they're expecting the quality to be better, so we can't really do anything until we can upgrade our equipment. Now I have a feeling that I don't think we can hire another person because there is only 1 till point. Although, if I recruit a roaster person, maybe. There we go. So we have somebody who is dedicated to our roaster. So then we need to create a roasting profile from HQ, which I will do a little bit later. So for now, maybe, let's see, can I unassign? Yes. So she's not fired, she's just been unassigned because I'm wondering whether I can assign her to counter. There we go. So they have moved things around a little bit since the update. It used to be like a little separate thing over here. So if she's going to be our barista, I'm actually going to train her in coffee, in beverage making. So, and then of course, if you want to, you can make the day go a bit quicker by pressing this button here, and then he is super speedy. Okay, so she's finished her training, which is great. And then basically you're going to wait until your popularity starts to go up, and then you can start unlocking bigger and better things. So we've got 11 fans so far, so we only need 20 for an espresso machine. So overall it's quite a chilled out game. It's not very high stress, not unless you run out of food and coffee supplies, then it gets stressful. Okay, so drinks with foam are trending, so depending on how on top of your seasonal menu you want to be, you can go into your drinks menus and then basically switch out drinks for ones, say, with foam, which are trending, but I'm not too fussed about that for the time being. So we are getting... So we are getting a few really good positive reviews, and they like the fact that there's Wi-Fi and the service is good. So apart from the quality of coffee, we are doing pretty well. Okay, so we won't be able to unlock research for a while. Yeah, so because I didn't put foam coffees on our menu in time, it takes our boost off of us. So, which it isn't too detrimental overall. I found that once you start bringing in a big client base, things like that don't tend to matter as much. But I will keep on top of it just in case, because you don't want it to stack. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good start. Let's see, have we got anything we can unlock in here yet? It's not yet, but we go, so nothing's trending now. Check store for new items. So these are the things that have been unlocked now that we've gained our 20 fans. So I think we already owned all these anyway. So yeah, these are things that would have been unlocked if you hadn't already. So we now have a blender, so we can do smoothies, which is great, and an espresso maker, so that will make our coffee even better. And then we can have a menu, which looks great behind the bar area. This is where we get to jazz things up a bit. No decorations, but we do have some bigger tables. So my reputation's just increased, and we've got some new chairs, and you can even change the colour. Oh, so that was a mad customer. So why was she so upset? So this is what I was talking about. So I'm just going to close temporarily. Now it looks like we had a big surge of customers, so we need to make sure that we order more supplies. Now, this is not an excuse, I promise, but when you get to a higher level on your game, and I did this in previous levels, it becomes automated. So basically you train your staff to basically order in supplies, so you don't have to keep doing this and go in manually and go into the supplies and keep ordering them. So this is why I forgot this time, because I'm used to having my staff do it. So we're going to order some quality food, and then for drinks we are going to see, there we go, order coffee. I'm going to order one of these and some regular blend. There we go. So they're going to be a bit disgruntled because we've had to close to wait for stuff to arrive, but in my defence, on my other levels, it's automated. That's one good thing about progressing in this game, is that a lot of things become, there we go, automated. So let's reopen. Everything is ready. Let's start brewing. And then this one can be regular blend. And of course your coffee does go off. Not that mine ever does, because I usually use it before it goes bad. So this one we're going to brew the regular in. Okay, so there's nothing we can order just yet. Reputation boost, which is good. And that's pretty much most of the game. So I don't know how long I've been chattering for now, but this is your very, very basic intro to Coffee Shop Tycoon. So let me know if you guys want to see me play this again, and I'll try and do another video for you. I have had a few requests to do the new Sons of the Forest game, and I promise I will be putting out some videos on that soon. I couldn't play it on release, unfortunately, because my PC is about 8 years old, and so are a lot of the parts in it. So I had to do a very, very quick upgrade to try and get it to even play. So I'm going to be trying to finish our castle build on the regular forest, and then I will move to Sons of the Forest. So you'll be seeing those alongside my regular craft videos again, now that I am back up and running and my voice is pretty much back. I can only still hear in one ear, so audio editing is going to be interesting, but we'll get there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, this little video. And if you guys know of any good coffee shop or cafe games you'd like me to play, then please pop it in the comments below. Drinks with whipped cream. I don't think I have any drinks with whipped cream. That's new. So I have lots to explore in this game now, apparently. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.